jump it off. And Louisville controls it first in their pink uniforms today for the play for K.
We see North Carolina in a gap man-to-man defense. They're going to try to take away any drives in the paint.
They go inside to the freshman Nyla Harris, and it's some easy paint points early for Louisville. North Carolina's starting five, you might notice a name missing from this. Alyssa Usby is not available today with a lower body injury. Eva Hodgson is also still going to be out. She's out 4 to 6 weeks with an upper body injury.
Well, I told you about Kayla McPherson. Paulina Paris is a freshman as well that's moved into the starting lineup. Number 2 in blue, just scored those first 2 buckets.
Louisville starting five, we saw Jeff Walls shake up the lineup a week ago, the last time they played, and he's sticking with the starting five. Mikasa Robinson's shot rolls around, and it's rebounded by Kennedy Todd Williams.
Well, Jeff Walls knows he's got plenty of talent on his bench that can score, can get points. What he's looking for is the intensity defensively that Louisville is known for.
And their defense a little bit different than we saw last year on the team that made the run to the Final Four for Louisville. Norika Kono in transition for 3, misses. And Destiny Adams with the box out. It's going to be North Carolina basketball. Jeff Walls, 16 seasons at Louisville. They've been to the Final Four 4 times, but he told us, he's honest, he's like, this group is different from the Final Four team we had last year.
Well, with so many new pieces that have been added in, the expectations are the same, but the players are not, and they have really had to adjust to what they bring and what Jeff Walls expects. Number 1, you got to play terrific defense. Number 2, the basketball's got to move, and you've got to trust each other to get open looks.
Now 7 newcomers on this Louisville roster. They lost 6 players from last season.
I like Mikasa Robinson, number 5 in pink, in the starting lineup. Like, she epitomizes what Jeff Walls is about, that defense, that toughness.
A different role for her starting the game. We're used to seeing her add that toughness coming off the bench. It's a turnover into the hands of Deja Kelly. The behind the back dribble in the lane. And she's going to the free throw line.
Woo, that's a nice ball handling, change of speed, crossover, and then attack the larger players with more length for Louisville. And getting to the rim with the left. She didn't get the bucket, but she gets to the free throw line.
Deja Kelly, an All-American last season, and you mentioned it, she's on that Wooden late season top 20 watch list. Courtney Banghart in her 4th campaign. They have won 8 straight games. There's been a change in this North Carolina program.
I think that in the 4 games that they lost, she talked about not having the sense of urgency. You can kind of get complacent. She got some success early. Remember, she had 4 starters returning that were all juniors this season. And she said during that loss, really, it was finding our vulnerability at the right time. She looked at it, turned that into a positive as a good thing, and really garnered the attention of every single player on her team.
You know, we asked Deja Kelly about that junior class and the chemistry and returning those 4 starters. She said it's made all the difference. They can have open conversations. They know each other so well on the court and off.
That junior class, they all bring something a little bit different. You see Kennedy Todd Williams at the top. She is the energy on the floor for North Carolina.
That's number 3 in the Carolina blue jersey. Back into the hands of Olivia Cochran for the lay-in. Deja Kelly working, she'll kick back out, they'll swing it over to Todd Williams. And she turns it over. Kono is there, but in trouble, and possession arrow is going to stay with North Carolina.
That's a defense Jeff Walls going to be pleased about. As soon as Todd Williams got the basketball, the double team, the trap came. Jeff Walls wants his team to continue to really cause those turnovers to happen.
Here's Destiny Adams, number 20. Todd Williams thought about it, but then Cochran showed up. She's going to take her on the drive instead. And a foul on the floor. You know, we mentioned the difference from last year's team and this year's team, especially defensively.
They're just giving up Louisville just too many points. Opponents shooting the ball at a much higher clip than they did last season. And Jeff Walsh knows, he said, our defense is not where it needs to be. But I think it has the potential to be good enough. And once they get into the tournament, Louisville can really wreak havoc on some teams.
And we asked him, what's the difference? He said, we're still working on that toughness piece.
Well, and when you have new players, one of the things that Jeff Walsh had last season, a lot of veterans that really picked up his system quickly. And they could change really what defenses they were running within the same possession. They can't do that as much this year.
Well, Morgan Jones just came in off the bench and gave him a block for that Louisville defense.
Well, it's good to see Morgan Jones back. In that Syracuse game with about 3 minutes left to go, she turned her ankle. And so that week off has been good. She now looks to be back 100%.
Now, Louisville took Monday off, did a light day on Tuesday, and then another day off on Wednesday. So I'm sure that helped Morgan Jones. Haley Van Lith off the screen. Harris was trying to fly in for the rebound, but it'll be last touched by Louisville.
Van Lith has really struggled as of late, and I know Louisville wants to see her get off to a good start today.
Now she's their leading scorer, 19 points a game. North Carolina, no field goals in the last 2:30. Anya Poole covered up top to Kelly. Let's Lith fly by. Harris on the move. Van Lith for three. Mikasa Robinson in there to get the rebound, and then Harris going up and gets fouled.
Nyla Harris is so tough inside as a freshman, getting on the offensive glass. Louisville does, and then Harris able to finish through the contact and get to the free throw line.
It's a second foul whistled against Destiny Adams, who's in the starting lineup today because no Alyssa Usby for North Carolina.
But did you see Mikasa Robinson after the play? She got in her freshman's face and was like, yeah, that's what we're looking for.
I'm always watching Mikasa Robinson. She does so many good things.
She is that blue-collar worker, and she has the responsibility to keep up with Deja Kelly.
Tiani Key coming in and hitting the mid-range.
Tiani Key is another player that's had to wait her time recovering from an ACL injury. She's the baby sister of Tamari Key that plays for the Tennessee Lady Vols.
Tamari Key, unfortunately, missing this season. They found blood clots in her lungs. But she should be fine and be able to return next year. Kelly's pass, out of bounds. It's kind of a different role for Deja Kelly. Yeah, she's still scoring, but they're asking her to facilitate a little bit more, too, this year.
Well, she's having to facilitate a little bit more until they put Polina Paris into the starting lineup at the point. And I'm telling y'all, I cannot wait for Kayla McPherson to get in this ball game.
There's going to be an offensive foul. There's Kayla McPherson.
Oh, she bent down. I thought Banghart had given her the call like she was getting ready to go in. It's a little early, I know.
You were ready to go?
Yeah. Only about 5 minutes into this first quarter.
Look, she had to wait 808 games. She can wait a little bit longer.
And
she'll
look,
be all right.
Here she comes.
Here she comes.
Here she comes.
McPherson watch. Going to the table. There's Paulina Paris, number 2 in that Carolina blue jersey. Kennedy Todd Williams through contact.
Todd Williams is a player for North Carolina. I think that she gets overshadowed. You've got Alyssa Usby, who's not playing today, that gets a lot of attention. She does a lot of great things for North Carolina. Deja Kelly, she's on the watch list. But Todd Williams, she does the dirty work as far as rebounding, attacking the basket, big hustle plays.
A steal by Kelly. Rolls around, Key with the rebound. Short on the putback. Harris right at the free throw line, a high arching shot. Key running up ahead.
Did she trap?
I think so. I think she changed her pivot foot. No call. Anya Poole, double teamed. Deja Kelly misses. Louisville wanted a 5-second call. Well, we step away for now. When we come back, 8 straight wins for Courtney Banghart's crew. We take a deeper look at the win streak. They've won 6 of them by 10 points, and 3 have come on the road. And this turnaround, it kind of came after a team meeting.
Well, that team meeting really, I think, allowed the players to really voice really what they could bring to the team and identify that there's an issue instead of just kind of letting it go by the wayside. And they really stepped things up coming out, beating Notre Dame.
Now, Deja Kelly told us it was really a reminder of everybody, what is your role and what are you going to do for the team? And that was what the basis of the meeting was about. 4 seconds now for Louisville. Mikasa Robinson shut down by Key. No basket, shot clock violation. And check out their defense during this 8-game win streak.
Yeah, they're giving up a little less than 56 points a game. Opponents have had a really hard time getting easy shots or getting shots to fall against this North Carolina defense.
Okay, number 14 is in, Kayla McPherson. This is the one that we wanted to see, just her 3rd collegiate game, waited over 800 days to play, and she's had an instant impact in their first 2 games with her.
I've only seen her play in 2 games, but she already reminds me a lot of Ivory Lotta, who was a great that played at North Carolina. She brings the energy. She's got a tenacity. There's no shyness about her, and she plays the game with great passion and joy.
Key tries to go back up, and she'll go to the free throw line. I know Kayla told us it was a long wait in between games. She tore her ACL in high school November of 2020, and then she was ready to go this season, but in September had a different injury not related to the ACL, which caused her to miss the first 20 games.
You've got to commend this young woman of staying determined and committed to get back on the court. I mean, that's over 2 years that she was without playing a basketball game. But still, when she came in just 2 games ago against Clemson, look, she just got up and she's going after the net. That knee's fine.
No, she said they told her she was going to play. They're working on the net right now. They told her, hey, you're ready to play at Clemson. She cried.
I would have too.
It's only an hour away from her family, so there was all kinds of friends and family there, and she came out and bawled.
Well, what better environment to come back in, to have your friends and family around you when you have that kind of support, then you can step on the floor with a lot of confidence.
Kristlyn Carr, number 3 in pink. She's in, a scorer coming off the bench now for the 2nd straight game for Louisville.
Look, this is a 3-point shooter, 3-point threat. Paris has got to stay on Carr. Extremely tight.
Transferred in from Syracuse. Robinson falls down, and it's going to stay with Louisville. The foul on Kennedy Todd Williams, her first.
Because Robinson lost her footing. She gets back up. Just the slap by Todd Williams. Maybe should have let that go, because it's going to be vital to keep Todd Williams on the floor for North Carolina.
Into the corner. Stolen away. Up ahead to Paris. Louisville trying to stop a 6-0 run by North Carolina.
Carr wide open on the corner.
Van Lith, the catch and shoot, crushed it.
Van Lith needed to see that one go down. Last 3 games, she has been 1 of 10 from the 3-point line.
She's their leading scorer. Cardinals ball.
this is what Louisville needs, is Haley Van Lith coming down, catch, without trying to do too much, put the ball on the floor, just catch it and let it fly, and that she did and knocked it down.
Last touch by North Carolina, Louisville ball.
Hey, Courtney, you and I talked to both of these coaches, and what they say, this is going to be a game of runs. They expect this to be a tug of war back and forth, and that's exactly what we've had here in this first quarter.
Van Lith. Back to back.
Catch and shoot. Jeff Walls has said, look, catch and shoot it instead of having to put the ball on the floor.
And she struggled with that, so it's a good sign. She's hit 2 of them. North Carolina's missed its last 6 shots. Right at the free throw line goes Kelly.
Yeah, Deja Kelly, yet she's only 2 points so far.
Feeling it! Haley Van Lith. It's an 8-0 Van Lith run. McPherson speeding to the basket, too much. Key slow to get up. Meanwhile, Louisville on the move. Missed the layup.
Van Lith, we talked about in the last 3 games, she has amnesia. She's come in today and said, I'm a scorer, I'm a threat. And she's been able to get her shot to fall.
All ACC first team last year. She was the regional most outstanding player last season in the tournament. Helped this group get to that Final Four.
You saw last 3 games averaging about 8 points a game. That week off can be really good for a player to hit the reset button.
And Louisville hasn't played since last Sunday. Under a minute to go in the quarter. Todd Williams, it falls off the rim. Over 2 minutes without a bucket for North Carolina. Turnover, McPherson. Pull up. Yes. First points for Kayla McPherson.
And keep an eye, Deja Kelly has the assignment of staying with Haley Van Lith.
And she traveled.
Louisville is so good when you have to catch the basketball with a plan, not catch it and figure it out. Ball's got to move.
9.7 seconds. Paris. Back to Paulina Paris. No shot. Not in time. 3 ties, 4 lead changes. That's just the first quarter. Come back, second quarter coming up from Louisville. Make this so it doesn't affect families, so people can move on and beat it, and we eradicate cancer completely.
Yeah, that's my sassy Aunt Barbara and my cousin Angela Wright, all that are cancer survivors.
That's what's so important about the Play for K games. You can support the K-Yow Cancer Fund in partnership with the WBCA and the V Foundation for Cancer Research. Donate at kyow.com. Since its inception in 2007, the K-Yow Cancer Fund has awarded over $8.1 million to support scientific research and programs that provide access to quality cancer health care for underserved women. And look, it's not just breast cancer. They support the research for cancers, all cancers that affect women.
Absolutely, and I love that this week that is the Play for K and the bright pink uniforms to bring awareness to the K Foundation.
So if you can, please help us. You can donate. at kyao.com. Into the corner of the bucket from Norika Kono, her second straight start for Louisville. That first quarter was wild.
It was back and forth. North Carolina came out in a zone, but when you're playing a zone, a vulnerable area is the baseline corner. And so putting Kono out in the corner gives her plenty of time to knock down the three.
North Carolina ended the first quarter hitting 1 of just 11 of its shots. Deja Kelly the pull-up, and it's short.
Yeah, Kelly's not been able to get open, easy look so far. Only 2 points.
Haley Van Lith has been great for Louisville. She went on an 8-0 run by herself. Kono the kick out to Krishlyn Carr. Too much on the shot. She's a shooter.
North Carolina's got to figure out a way to take advantage of the hard hedge of Louisville's defense.
Do you like the shots they're getting right now?
I do. I like the shots. I think that was a good open look for Todd Williams. She's just got to be able to knock it down. Then they might get any second chance opportunities.
Mikasa Robinson. Oh, that went all the way down and out. It'll be off of Liz Dixon. Olivia Cochran's going to sub in for Louisville. North Carolina coming in on an 8-game win streak. This Louisville team trying to pad that NCAA tournament resume. They're a 7 seed right now. This win would be big if they could get it.
North Carolina, though, the thing that you've got to know is even though you have a lead on them, they have shown this season they got the ability to come back. That second half seems to be a Tar Heel half. So you can't rest when you've really created that lead.
Right now, North Carolina a 3 seed according to Charlie Cream. Paulina Paris. They've taken 2 threes the last 2 offensive possessions, and there's a foul. It'll be Louisville ball.
Now, Todd Williams, that's her second foul.
Yes.
And so Coach Courtney Banghart's got to make a decision. Do you leave her on the court? Todd Williams looked over at her coach and said, I'm good. Can she trust her to stay in the game with those 2 fouls?
And that's an important piece right there. Kennedy Todd Williams averages 14 points a game, 5 rebounds a game. Louisville still has time. Van Lith to the ACC logo. Travel on Deja Kelly. Kelly 0 for 6 from the field. She's got 2 points.
Well, Louisville has really flooded the lane. They have taken away penetrating opportunities and really daring North Carolina. Look, you're not going to get stuff in the paint. You got to make those outside shots.
And North Carolina only has 4 paint points. Kono. Paris in transition in the corner.
See, this is where North Carolina misses Eva Hudson. She's a deadly 3-point shooter. Not having her today has really hurt North Carolina.
Now, she shoots 40% from 3, and she is out still with that upper body injury. North Carolina also without Usby today, a lower body.
And not having Utsby, you know what that means for North Carolina? That's missing an offensive rebounder. But the hustle, this game means something to both of these 2 teams. You watch the hustle and the effort. McPherson, Van Lith, both going after the ball.
Foul on McPherson. Well, remember last year's game? It came down to free throws.
It was a battle back and forth. North Carolina had to come from behind.
Top of the key, it's an air ball from Lith. Now, that was an upset. North Carolina was ranked 23 at the time. Louisville was number 3, and Kennedy Todd Williams hit go-ahead free throws with 16 seconds left to win.
Yeah, you know you're going to expect that when these two teams meet. You can't say, depending on ranking, who is just the guaranteed winner. That ain't going to happen. These two teams are going to battle. Look, there's no path in the lane for North Carolina to get inside. Jeff Walz told us it's important. You keep North Carolina in front of you.
Key's got to hit that, though. She did a great job posting up. Todd Williams. It's going to be a third chance. They're going for 3 this time with Kelly.
That's the look that, there's opportunities there. North Carolina just not able to take advantage.
Swing it to the corner. Chrislyn Carr, all I do is score.
48% from the three-point line. You betcha. She's shooting 50% in ACC play from 3.
McPherson floater.
Okay, I told y'all, buckle up.
Buckle up. Not done. Paris. Fouled by Robinson. It's going to be the second on Mikasa Robinson.
McPherson is a redshirt freshman, but she's got tremendous smarts on the court. She's savvy, had the strength to finish over defense.
Well, coming up, our women's basketball triple header rolling on in College Station. You'll get to see Angel Reese and undefeated LSU take on Texas A&M. We cap the afternoon. Taylor Mikesell, Ohio State, facing Diamond Miller and Maryland. Look, the last time Angel Reese faced Texas A&M, she had 28 rebounds.
And just 26 points.
Just a casual day for her. She's had double-double every game this season.
Bayou Barbie.
They were in trouble on Thursday, though.
They were able to battle and pull it out, though.
Overtime against Georgia. Still undefeated. Chrislyn Carr misses. Kelly on Robinson. She knew she had 2 fouls, too. Talking about Robinson.
They don't want to uncork Deja Kelly and let her get going.
Out of bounds off of Kono.
Nothing has come easy for Deja Kelly, but the Tar Heels are on a 6-0 run, and Kelly, she's finding a slide. Rebecca's absolutely right. It has been the defense for North Carolina able to turn over Louisville and being able to get out and score, because in the half court, Louisville has really clogged up the paint and taken away those driving lanes.
Yeah, and to Drea's point, Haley Van Lith with those 8 points, she's been able to catch and shoot, and that's been helping her. She struggled a little bit with that, had to put the ball on the floor before this game.
Not only does she catch and shoot, she's catching and making.
Yes.
That's key.
5 seconds. Louisville's hit just 1 of its last 9 shots. 10 seconds now. Robinson with the ball. Chrislyn Carr in the corner. 4 seconds. They gotta go.
Coming out of that timeout, Haley Van Lith is on the bench, right? So Chrislyn Carr has to take it upon herself, especially when the shot clock's running down. Carr's the one that's got to make plays. She's got to make it happen.
Van Lith has just checked in, and Mikasa Robinson and Chrislyn Carr will take a seat. Kelly biding her time. Paris with the floater.
North Carolina is determined to get layups one way or the other. They are patient in waiting to see what the defense does and trying to find those opportunities to really dive inside in the paint.
Yeah, it's been tough, though. Just 8 points in the paint for North Carolina. They are on an 8-0 run. And a travel.
Watch how patient Paulina Paris is. Like, she has an open shot, but she doesn't take it. She still gets downhill and goes and scores over Olivia Cochran.
And look, we mentioned it, 2 missing Tar Heels today. Alyssa Usby and Eva Hodgson, they're both out with injury. Where do they miss them the most?
Well, Usby, the rebounding piece, and Hodgson, the three-point shot. You see how often North Carolina tries to get downhill and get inside, where if the defense rotates over and you had Hodgson on the perimeter, that would be a 3.
3-second violation on North Carolina. That's just their 4th turnover. Meanwhile, Louisville has 10 turnovers already, 7 of them in the first quarter.
And some of those were, well, a couple of them I remember. It was Elizabeth Dixon, Haley Van Lith, the travels. Those are the turnovers that will drive a coach nuts.
That's what happened on Louisville's last possession, a travel. Three-minute scoring drought for the Cards. Marissa Russell on the inbound. Russell with the 3. Possession arrow to Louisville.
These two teams, they got to battle each other on the glass. Right now, Louisville has the advantage. They have 21, North Carolina to 19. And offense, only a difference of 1, 6 of 5. See, this is what Van Lith likes to do. She likes to have the ball in her hands to create a shot, that time overpassing.
11th turnover.
In Van Lith, last 3 games, she has averaged 5 turnovers a game. She's got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball.
8-0 run continuing here for North Carolina.
That was a nice move. Todd Williams just couldn't get it to go down.
Russell in the corner. Put back, no. Almost a 4-minute scoring drought now for Louisville. Throw it up to Poole inside. There's going to be a foul, and it'll be Louisville basketball. Well, coming up later after the NFL Pro Bowl games on ESPN and the app, we'll have the NBA. The Sixers are at Madison Square Garden to take on the Knicks at 6 Eastern. And we mentioned a really big game happening right now, UConn and South Carolina. UConn up 29-22 on South Carolina, the #1 team in the nation.
And Zia Cook has not been able to get going. She's 0 for 4 from the floor. She's had such a tremendous Zia Cook season this year with efficiency. The Gamecocks need her offense on the floor.
Yeah, Kelsey and company will have a full update for you coming up at the half in the studio. Olivia Cochran running it back. Another chance for Louisville. Shot clock did not reset. Morgan Jones heaves it up. Offensive rebound. Possession to North Carolina.
Looking at Jeff Walls, and he wants his team. When you catch it, you got to think a play ahead. Do I have a shot? Do I have a drive? Do I have a pass? You catch it, and you got to think about it. You give the defense time to recover. And you have to have awareness of how much time's on the shot clock. They've gotten late in those situations quite a few times in this first half.
It's a 2.5-minute scoring drought now for North Carolina. 8 seconds. Kelly has no space. Foul on Olivia Cochran, her second.
That's a heads-up play by Deja Kelly. When you have a trap, more times than not, you can make something good for yourself happen as you attack the big. So she attacks Olivia Cochran and gets Cochran called for the foul.
Look, it's impressive that Louisville has not scored in 5 minutes, but it's impressive that North Carolina has only gone on an 8-0 run during those 5 minutes. I mean, it could be a lot worse.
It could be a lot worse. You're right.
McPherson over Van Lith. Switch.
This young woman can score. She averaged 36 points a game in high school.
Last shot can be Louisville's. Van Lith stepping over for the long two. Jones put back. Ending the 5.5-minute scoring drought for Louisville. A 1-point game at the half. 10-2 run for North Carolina. They'll go into the locker room with the lead. Let's get you to Kelsey and company in the studio.
It's time for the Jeff Weiler progressive shot. Everybody say hey to Aaron. Aaron will have 30 seconds to make a layup, a free throw, a three-pointer, and a half-court shot. If she is successful, she will win a brand new car from Jeff Weiler Automotive. Now, Aaron, be sure not to step on any of the lines as you shoot. The clock is on the video board. Aaron, are you ready? All right, one more try on that layup, Aaron. Here we go. Use that square, use that square. There we go. Nice job. Let's make a layup. Sorry.
She's 1 of 8 from the floor. Haley Van Lith, 3 of 10. I expect those two to get their game corrected.
Yeah, Haley Van Lith scored 8 points in a row, went on an 8-0 run by herself, but all of her points coming within 54 seconds. Kono gives up the shot, and it's a turnover. That was a problem for Louisville in the first half. 12 turnovers. Interesting note, too, about this North Carolina team. They have only their last 3 games, they're averaging giving up only 20 points in the first half.
They play a gap man-to-man defense, and when you play that, you can't relax. You've got to help, you've got to recover back to your person, you've got to understand angles so that you don't give up drives to the basket.
North Carolina 11-0 when leading at the half.
That can spell trouble for Louisville.
Louisville went on a 5+ minute scoring drought right before the break. They were able to end it with a last-second layup. Kick to the corner. Deja Kelly is fouled. North Carolina, no 3 balls in the first half.
I don't know if there was any contact on the three-point shot, though. Kono comes out, contest. It was the landing of Deja Kelly. I think she sold it a little bit. Jeff Walls is at half court.
And he just got teed up. Oh, he also called timeout after the technical, so we'll step aside here early on in the third quarter. North Carolina up 3.
Get paid to earn your MBA at the University of Louisville with an 11-month competitive paid internship. Choose specialized electives to earn certificates in distilled spirits, horse racing, franchise management, family business, or managerial analytics. No GMAT required. Learn more about this nationally ranked and globally recognized accelerated program at business.louisville.edu/full-time MBA. Papa John's is delivering the ultimate sweet life experience for the UofL versus Miami game on February 23rd. Online registrations are unlimited. Register at GoCards.com/Papa John's for your chance to win 16 tickets in a luxury suite, including food and beverage, cards, gear, and more. Better ingredients, better pizza, better basketball. Papa John's. Join Coach Walls and Nick Curran for the next Coach Walls radio show on Tuesday, February 21st from 7 to 8 p.m. at the MacArthur downtown. Enjoy music, trivia, door prizes, and more. Seating is first come, first served, starting at 6 p.m.
So let's go back and look at this play. Jeff Walls was teed up after this foul was called against Kono.
Now look at Deja Kelly's right leg goes forward. That's what Jeff Walls was so upset about. They called the timeout so he could have a conversation with the official.
So they're going to shoot the 3 free throws first for the foul on the shot. Deja Kelly at the free throw line, and then they'll get 2 more for the technical.
Now, one of two things can happen. This could create some separation for North Carolina, or it could fuel the Louisville Cardinals.
Got all 3. They're going to let Kennedy Todd Williams come up. You can pick whoever you want to shoot the free throws on the technical. She'll shoot 2 for the technical.
Do you believe in basketball karma? They say ball don't lie.
The ball knows.
And now North Carolina gets the basketball.
So 4 points off of free throws on that play and the basketball for North Carolina. Todd Williams off to Anya Poole. And that goes in. Look, North Carolina struggled on the bunnies in the first half. They were just 4 for 11.
But they have stayed, North Carolina, with the game plan. If they are going to get their points from in the paint, not settling for the 3-point shot.
It helps, too, having a 6-point possession.
That does.
Olivia Cochran is fouled. That's the second on Anya Poole. Cochran, a 63% free throw shooter.
Cochran only 2 points so far today.
It's the first. Here's our women's college basketball triple header next Sunday on ACC Network and the ESPN app. Boston College taking on this North Carolina team at noon. And then Virginia Tech hosting Florida State in a top 25 battle. Syracuse squaring off against Notre Dame to cap the day.
I think Syracuse can be one of those teams in the ACC. Spoiler alert. They really played North Carolina tough. Or no, I'm sorry, Louisville tough in their game that they met. They've just had some injury issues, but Syracuse brings tremendous defense to the floor.
Van Lith has not scored since that first quarter run she went on by herself, 8-0. Kristlyn Carr coming off the bench today for Louisville. Bucket.
Yeah, Carr is one of those players that can get things going for Louisville. Mid-range, she can get to the rim. She also can knock down the long ball.
Jeff Walls shook the lineup up last week, and he stuck with it today. Mikasa Robinson is fouled by Deja Kelly.
Robinson is another player for Louisville that can get things going. She can create offense from turning up the heat on the defensive side.
Mikasa Robinson is known for that defense. High basketball IQ, that's kind of been her calling card as a Louisville Cardinal.
Well, she's willing to sacrifice and do the tough stuff for her basketball team. She's also a vocal leader. She's been trying to help Morgan Jones as well. Look at her.
Look at her go.
She sets the tone. It ain't necessarily vocally, but she demonstrates how hard you got to play on the defensive side.
Got the crowd on its feet, too. North Carolina's got to call timeout. There's that Louisville defense. We step aside. Louisville trailing 32-28.
The heat and make things tough for your opponent. Mikasa Robinson will do exactly that. And right after a free throw, look, don't rest, don't relax, because the heat is on. And Louisville's bringing it, led by Mikasa Robinson.
And she's coming off a great game. Got the start on Sunday against Syracuse. Had a career-high 12 assists in that game.
I like the 5 steals that she brought.
That's normal, Mikasa Robinson.
Look at her, nose on the ball. She sets the tone, and when her teammates see how she plays, they all get turned up.
Louisville's defense forced North Carolina to have to use a timeout. Kelly's got it, but limited time, just 10 seconds on the shot clock. Foul on Cochran, that's her third.
We talked about earlier how North Carolina and Deja Kelly has been so smart. When the posts are going to hard hedge, attack the big. You got to turn the corner and make the big either pull away from the basket, draw the foul, or open up the floor to have somebody flashing in the middle.
Cochran's going to go out with those 3 fouls. First time today we'll see Josie Williams, number 40 in pink, check in. Deja Kelly, that's a tough shot. Mikasa firing ahead to Carr. Mikasa with the rebound, but back into the hands of North Carolina.
Carr should have stayed outside that three-point line and pulled it. She tried to get a little bit closer. Hey, she shoots high enough from the 3 to let it go.
Shoot your shot. On the boards, Mikasa Robinson. Josie Williams. And Paris is fouled by Carr. That's 2 on Kristlyn Carr.
Look, which team is going to control the tempo of this game? This shot on the other end. North Carolina coming right back at you. Paris going to the free throw line.
Paulina Parrish, just a freshman. Courtney Banghart was telling us last night, look, she is the same person I met on the first recruiting visit that she is right now in college. She was already so mature.
Well, she comes from New York, so she brings that swag, that confidence already that Courtney Banghart loves.
Also a big Stranger Things fan.
How many times has she watched it?
She has watched the entire series 9 times.
How many times have you watched it?
I've watched the full thing once. I got nightmares about the Demigorgon.
Well, I got through season 3, and I had to put it down because I'm scared of the dark.
You sleep with the bathroom light on in the hotel?
I do, 100%. I might close the door so it's not ultra bright.
But it's still on?
Yeah.
That's fine.
I see dead people.
Stop. Pace is slowed down. There's Kayla McPherson, came in, gave him 6 points in the first half, 3 of 6. Toddy! There it is. That's where you shoot it.
Where she got to sit. She got to set up outside the 3, line it up, and knock it down.
5 points for Kristlyn Carr. 8 points, excuse me. Scuffle for the ball, and North Carolina calls the timeout. Back in 30 seconds, North Carolina up 5. Here's our next Big Monday doubleheader. Duke facing Miami. That's at 7 Eastern. And then Kansas hosting Marcus Carr and number 10 Texas at Allen Fieldhouse. Both games over on ESPN and the app. Rivalry for Duke last night. Taking down North Carolina 63-57. I know this North Carolina, the women's team was staying up to watch that game.
Decanter went over to make sure Kristlyn Carr's 3 was exactly that. It was a 3.
Stolen away by Robinson. She is willing Louisville back in the second half. Morgan Jones misses on the baseline.
Kristlyn Carr, she was ready to make the quick pass to Jones, but she's got to be ready to look for her shot.
There it is. Yes! That is it! Fourth in the nation in three-point percentage. Destiny Adams trying to answer. Tar Heels still don't have a 3 in this ballgame.
They normally average a little over 6 a game. Uh-oh.
Turnover number 7. Courtney Banghart telling her squad, run, push down the floor.
Yeah, you got to attack a team that's making a run, attack pressure with pressure.
Foul on Haley Van Lith.
But Louisville can get things going because it's the defense turning up the heat. That lights the candle. And then on the offensive end, things start going right for Louisville. That's what Jeff Walz is looking for. Get your offense off your defense because of Robinson leaving it on the floor, literally to lead for 2 in transition.
And nobody's surprised by that.
Absolutely not.
Look, she has fueled this 8-0 run for Louisville. Not talking about scoring it, but her defense, her rebounding, helping Louisville push the other way.
when Louisville's gotten off to a slow start, McCarthy Robinson hasn't been in the starting lineup. I'm watching the game going, where's Robinson? Where's Robinson? And as soon as she comes in the game, the momentum of the game instantly changes.
One of two for Paris.
We wanted a nail biter. We're getting exactly that today.
Stolen away by the Tar Heels. Deja Kelly in the lane.
This is where you miss Alyssa Usby. She can create extra possessions for your team by getting on the glass.
Yeah, no Alyssa Usby today, a lower body injury. They still don't have Eva Hodgson, who's dealing with an upper body injury. Poked away by Morgan Jones.
Watching Courtney Banghart communicate with McPherson, she said, go get the layup. McPherson, a little unselfish, trying to get the ball to Kelly in the corner.
Key thought it was going to somebody else. She hesitated. An easy layup for Morgan Jones. Offensive foul.
Well, the momentum swings. Gianna Key relaxes a little bit. Morgan Jones doesn't give up on it. Look, she's trying to protect home court. You got to play every live second.
Second foul on Deja Kelly. North Carolina led by a point at the half, but Louisville's defense has just gone up a notch here in the third quarter.
Momentum swing when North Carolina was able to get the 3 shots on the 3. They got the 2 technical shots and the ball. Jeff Walls was very animated on the sideline. His team feeds off that, and they were able to turn things up in the late part of this third quarter.
He said it was either going to give some momentum to North Carolina or Louisville. Who is it going to benefit? And so far, Louisville, they've started pushing more.
It's got to benefit the home team. They get this crowd behind them.
Cliff just stepped out of bounds.
Haley Van Lith, Courtney, I think you caught it. On the corner as she steps back.
I think it's wait for it. It's right here. That foot.
She was out of bounds.
Yeah. Rolls around and out for Morgan Jones.
Maybe it was a little karma because you caught Van Lith stepping on the sideline.
Well, it doesn't matter. Wasn't called.
True. It's been a defensive battle. 1-point game. Neither team gotten over 40 points yet.
It's such an important game. North Carolina trying to extend an 8-game winning streak. This would be a big win for Louisville when it comes to the big dance.
Yeah, bracketology, Charlie Cream has Louisville right now as a 7th seed. It's like 8 teams in right now for the ACC.
Eight seconds. Carr, catch, shoot, score. For Louisville.
Kristen Carr shoots 48% from three. She's shot 50% from three in the ACC season. Why not stay out beyond the three-point line, number 3? Let it fly, Kristen Carr.
Started her career at Texas Tech. In her 3rd season, made just 5 appearances, transferred to Baylor, never played at Baylor, then went to Syracuse, and now at Louisville. Deja Kelly at the free throw line. She's 6 for 6 there, but 1 for 11 from the field.
Things have been a little tougher on Deja Kelly today because of no Alyssa Usby. Usby's another player for North Carolina. Defenses have to pay attention to. That would open up lanes for Kelly.
And Alyssa Usby out with a lower body injury. Morgan Jones, blocking foul called on North Carolina and Paris. Her first.
Now Paris trying to move over, but Jones was already in that action. Left the floor. It's too late to try to get in that defensive position.
Here comes McPherson. Swatted away by Nyla Harris, but before that, Mikasa Robinson taking the charge. And Courtney Banghart was just teed up.
Well, Banghart came all the way out on the floor, but she was making the argument that Mikasa Robinson drew the charge inside the restricted area. No, she was not inside the restricted area. Robinson got there, but then Banghart, you watch her top of the screen, she comes all the way inside the three-point line. Jeff Walls, he had come to the edge of his coaching box saying, if you're going to call it from there,
so it's a coach's appeal. Courtney Banghart has asked for them to go look at this and see if she was in the restricted area. Now the restricted area is in play because this play started outside of the lower defensive box. So they're going to go look at this. If they're not correct, if she's outside of the restricted area, North Carolina will be charged a timeout.
Robinson, she was, when contact was made, Mikasa Robinson was outside the restricted area. Courtney Banghart's going to be charged a timeout.
Yep. And look, you saw Mikasa too slide over. That's fine. She can move laterally. She can move back as the defender. The only thing she cannot do is move forward into the offensive player. And she didn't do that. Obviously, that's not what they're looking at. They're looking at the RA, the restricted area. There also was a technical on Courtney Banghart, so Louisville's going to get to shoot 2 free throws, and they'll get the basketball.
Woo! We in for a good.
The offensive foul is under review for the RA. After review, the defender is outside the RA. Offensive foul is the correct call.
Now, the RA being the restricted area, the arc under the basket.
But when on the challenge too, Courtney Banghart was out, got all the way out on the court. She was assessed a technical foul. So now Louisville's going to shoot 2 and get the ball.
And they can pick any player to shoot those 2 free throws. Jeff Wall's got a technical early. It was early in the third quarter, right? Here in this quarter?
In the third quarter,
yeah.
yes.
This has been a long third quarter.
Yes.
2 technicals, a restricted area review. Haley Van Lith is going to shoot the 2 free throws. Louisville only scored 8 points in the second quarter. They've scored 20 here in the third.
This has been exactly as the coaches described. Games of run, situations back and forth. Now, how will each team handle this down the stretch?
One of two for Van Lith. Right now, Louisville projected to be a number 7 seed, according to Charlie Cream. They're number 33 in the net, and that's a number that the selection committee looks at heavily to determine seeding in the tournament.
Now, they only have 2 wins so far over top 25 net teams. This would be huge for the Cardinals today.
So much game left to be played, though. It's been close all day.
Well, Louisville's got to do a better job at the free throw line. They're shooting 50%, 5 of 10.
They usually shoot 76% from the free throw line on the season. Nyla Harris misses inside. Up ahead to Paris. Poole on the trail. And Deja Kelly resets. At the free throw line. That's just the second made field goal today by Deja Kelly.
But she can heat up. Deja Kelly can at any moment. Second half has been the half for North Carolina.
You know, Deja Kelly told us that second half when they're tested, it's a mindset thing. It's a mentality. 5 seconds. Van Lith for 2. First points for Haley Van Lith. First field goal for Haley Van Lith since the first quarter.
And when Haley made the shot, she clapped. Like it looked like a feeling of relief for her that her offense has come back.
Foul on Nyla Harris.
Well, the Stars got to show up to close this thing out. You got Deja Kelly with the pull-up from the free throw line. Haley Van Lith coming off a ball screen right into her shot. Now is the time. 2 players we talked about at the beginning of the game, they got to be the closers down the stretch.
Deja Kelly 7 for 9 from the free throw line today.
Louisville, you got to get a shot for Kristlyn Carr. Get 3 to close this thing out in the third.
She's only hit 4 threes.
Back to her.
Van Lith deep. Look at Morgan Jones sailing in. And Jeff Walz calls timeout. She had Kristlyn Carr behind her all alone. So yeah, Louisville does call that timeout. Just a 3-point game as we approach this end of the third quarter. What a battle this has been back and forth. How fun.
It's been a defensive struggle. I'd like to see a little more offense, but these 2 teams are battling because they know what's on the line. I mean, you've got North Carolina who's trying to creep themselves up for a possible better seed. And Louisville, look, they're trying to just secure that they're in the tournament because right now Charlie Cream has them as a 7 seed.
Yeah, you know who's helping them out right now? Kristlyn Carr, 14 points, 4 of 7 from 3.
That's what Louisville needs, to have that punch coming in off the bench. And Kristlyn Carr doing what she does so well. 50% from the ACC play from the 3-point line. She's got to really plant herself outside that 3-point line and let it fly.
And North Carolina's got to know where she is at all times. Kennedy Todd Williams got a hand on that, and it's North Carolina ball.
See, Anya pulled right away. She grabbed Todd Williams and said, come on now. We're going to the other end. Let it go. Yeah, Morgan Jones, the flailing of the arms. Todd Williams caught it in the face. Anya Poole saw it, and before Todd Williams could respond as a good teammate, just walk her to the other end. Don't let anything else escalate.
There's a foul on Chrislyn Carr, her third, before the ball was inbounded. So shots coming for North Carolina.
Now Louisville's got to be thinking about make or miss. You've got 22.6 seconds left on the clock to end the quarter. You want to use it. Now, and would North Carolina try to delay it? Bring some full court pressure. Free throws, they've been costly today.
Listen, both. Shot clock is off. Louisville can take the last shot.
If I'm North Carolina, I'm thinking, where is Carr? Where is Van Lith? Got to make sure that you're keeping a hand on those two scores.
There's a foul on North Carolina. It's on Paulina Paris. Her second. So now Louisville gets two shots.
The reach right there, yeah. It's a good call. And Jeff Walls is warning his team, 2.6 seconds, don't foul.
Mikasa Robinson gets them both. 2.6 on the clock. Todd Williams for 30, short. Louisville only scored 8 points in the second quarter. They put up 25 points here in the third quarter, and the Cardinals on top. Their numbers: 4 points, 4 assists, 8 rebounds, 3 steals. Louisville scored 25 points in the third quarter. That ties the most allowed by North Carolina in a quarter during this 8-game win streak.
Remember, though, North Carolina doesn't have Alyssa Usby. They don't have Eva Hodgson, and that has really been a factor. They've had to manufacture points without that offense. But the defense has been so impressive for me for Louisville. They've really turned things up, and that's what Jeff Walls has been calling for.
Now, if you're North Carolina, there's a good sign. Kennedy Todd Williams hitting a shot in the paint. What's got to change for the Tar Heels in the last 10 minutes?
The biggest thing that they have got to do is be efficient offensively. I think Todd Williams took a little bit early quick shots in the offense, turned the ball over a few times, and they've got to make sure they're efficient in each offensive possession.
That's on McPherson, her third. Van Lith on the catch, the inbounds, the bucket, the long two. She's up to 13 points. Louisville's really made it tough on North Carolina getting the ball inside today.
It's one and done for North Carolina. No second chance opportunities.
They're swinging around to Chrislyn Carr.
Look at Morgan Jones on the backside.
She's done a great job getting in there and getting on the glass. 8 rebounds.
When you hit February, you need to be the best version of yourself. Do what you do well, and this is what Morgan Jones can do for Louisville, is getting those backside rebounds and getting on the glass.
Second game in a row she's come off the bench as Louisville adjusted its lineup in their last game, stuck with that same lineup today. Kayla McPherson was whistled for her 4th foul on that last play.
Courtney Banghort's going to leave her in the game. And Destiny Adams, who's on the bench now, is going to have to be prepared should McPherson get that 5th.
Up ahead to Todd Williams. Ten seconds now. Deja Kelly working. There's a second chance. Haley Van Lith, some good defense. No whistle.
Now, Louisville will settle down and execute. I think, again, Haley Van Lith and Chrislyn Card, those are the two that need to be getting shots.
It's number 3 and number 10 for Louisville. Harris was rejected.
There was a lot of contact there, no call. Let the players decide this game.
In the corner. Anya Poole. 10 seconds. Trying to create space against Morgan Jones, and she does. 8 points for Poole.
Can North Carolina get stops and convert?
No foul called on Morgan Jones driving in. They're letting him play right now.
And Courtney Banghart is going to sub out Kayla McPherson. Destiny Adams back in the game.
McPherson with those 4 fouls. But without her on the floor, they lose some of that speed. She's so quick and can push the basketball.
And especially with Louisville bringing full court pressure. At any time, they could start trapping. So you got to make sure you have ball handlers on the floor.
An 8-game winning streak for North Carolina. It's in danger right now.
Harris has been a big presence inside. Number 2 in pink. Gap. Anya Poole got caught as Harris was coming down the floor. Poole shoves her in the back.
That's the 4th on Poole.
She's going to come in the screen. Extending of the arm. Yes, you're trying to keep her off the block, but you can't give that shove.
So Poole sits down with 4 fouls. Tiani Key in to replace her. Van Lith on the foul. Her second.
They keep a watch on the fouls. North Carolina has 3. Louisville has 1 because this could come down to a free throw shooting contest down the stretch. Really only 2 experienced players on the floor right now for North Carolina. That's Todd Williams and Deja Kelly.
10 seconds for the Heels. Paris is going to take the deep 3. All right. Okay.
I might be a freshman, but I'm good. Number 2 got a shot. Don't back off me.
6 in the conference and 3-point percentage. Van Lith. No.
Paulina Paris, jab, defense bites, window opens. Shooter shoot. That was a deep three, too.
She's got 12 points, 2 rebounds.
We got us a 1-point game. I love it.
McPherson back on the floor with 4 fouls, and she stepped out of bounds.
Now having Carr at the point, you got a threat offensively from her perimeter handling the basketball. When she gives it up, you got to keep track of where she goes.
Louisville hasn't scored in over 3 minutes. Six seconds now. Why? Do you mean because of that?
Exactly.
5 made threes for Chrislyn Carr. North Carolina as a team has 1.
Paulina Harris is the only one that has hit a 3 today for the team in blue.
This will be Louisville ball.
Chrislyn Carr, she has been huge for the Louisville Cardinals. She has 11 points on the day. 17 points on the day. She's hot from the three-point line. North Carolina's going to have to find her.
Yeah, and Kelsey and team, that's what South Carolina is so dangerous, because they have such quality depth off that bench. I mean, that's one of numerous reasons.
Well, the big reason off the bench, Camila Cardoso. She's got 17 points so far tonight.
Hey, don't forget, too, a week from today, we're going to get to see South Carolina and LSU. That'll be at 2 Eastern on ESPN. Both of these teams undefeated right now. Obviously, they play today. They're in action, but LSU's coming up after us.
Angel Reese, the Bayou Barbie has been spectacular, a double-double machine, but it'll be interesting to see, can she get to the glass against the length of South Carolina?
This has been a gritty game in Louisville today. Cardinals up by 5. They made their run in the third quarter, putting up 25 points.
The accountability of the Louisville defense. I mean, the one-on-one defense has been very impressive for Louisville. Jeff Walls, he taxed his team with keep your player in front of you, because that's how North Carolina can beat you. If help has to come, that's what creates open shots, and North Carolina hasn't had many of those today.
Yeah, keys he gave us before the game. As you said, keep them in front, slow them in transition, rebound the basketball. They're out rebounding North Carolina 42-33. Seven seconds. Paris shot blocked by Van Lith.
With that one-on-one defense, Van Lith down in a stance till she gets the block. McPherson's got to be careful. She's got 4 fouls.
And a turnover. Look, a lot of North Carolina's points, 24 of them exactly, have come off of Louisville's turnovers today. 19 turnovers by Louisville.
The defense for North Carolina has been huge, and for the most part, really forcing the Cardinal to make outside shots. The problem is Chrislyn Carr has done that.
Carr's hit 5 threes. And Deja Kelly was just covered up by pink jerseys. Nyla Harris on the floor. Timeout Louisville. Five-point lead for Louisville. I see all the pink in the stands. You can help us support the K-Yao Cancer Fund in partnership with the WBCA and the V Foundation for Cancer Research. If you can, please help us donate now at kyao.com. Remember what the pink is for. It's always, I love it when they do the survivor walk. To all the ladies that have survived breast cancer got to walk through at halftime and cheered on by the crowd. It's a powerful moment.
It absolutely is. And to have the focus on cancer that affects women, I think that is so important to draw attention to that. And every dime goes to cancer research.
Only 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. North Carolina down 5. They've won 8 in a row. Keys for them to come back.
What North Carolina's got to do is they've got to defend without fouling. They don't want to put Louisville at the free throw line, and they have got to try to find a way to combat Louisville in the paint. So if Louisville misses shots or on missed shots, not allow those second chance opportunities, because like you talked about earlier, Louisville has really been the dominant force on the glass, and North Carolina, I keep saying it, but Usby not being here, she was that blue-collar worker that North Carolina could rely on, especially in crunch time like this, to create those extra possessions for Blue.
Remember, the last meeting was close, too. It came down to free throws, and North Carolina got the upset of number 3 at the time, Louisville, last year. Also important to note, Louisville has no timeouts remaining.
That's a great point. And North Carolina only has 1.
Third foul on Nyla Harris.
And Destiny Adams. Terrific defense on Harris. Deja Kelly had a wide open lane, wasn't able to finish. It has been a tough night for number 25.
Harris going up and gets fouled. She has a career-high 11 rebounds tonight. I know Jeff Walz loves this freshman. He said, look, her motor, her speed, she can finish around the basket so well. She's so fast, there's no chance for the defense to regroup.
Well, her best quickness is off the floor. So when she rebounds it, immediately she can go right back up before the defense can recover. Yeah, this freshman, Nyla Harris, is emerging at the right time. It's a terrific move by Jeff Walz to move her into the starting lineup, and she has proven she can handle it.
North Carolina needs a bucket. They haven't scored in 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Deja Kelly gave it to him.
Now, Kelly hasn't been as successful going left as she is coming back to her right to get into her jump shot.
Just 3 of 15 today from the field for Deja Kelly. She's got 13 points. Russell fouled by Kennedy Todd Williams. Her 4th. So North Carolina's got to be careful. Todd Williams with 4, Kayla McPherson with 4, Anya Poole with 4 fouls.
Now Todd Williams got her 2nd foul in the first half and was able to play that whole first half. Courtney Banghart could trust to leave her on the floor. Can she stay on the floor these last 2 minutes and be effective with those 4 fouls?
I want to let you know LSU Texas A&M has started over on ESPN News. We will get you to College Station as soon as we're done here in Louisville. Kelly fouled. She was double teamed, and she's fouled by Chrislyn Carr. That's her fourth.
Now, and Kelly, in the act of shooting, gets to go to the free throw line for 2. Courtney Bankhart has to think about, she only has 1 timeout left. When is the right time to use it? Five-point game. North Carolina, they just need to defend. I wouldn't foul yet. They've got to play it out, but if Louisville shoots and misses, you can't give them a second chance.
Adams pushed Van Lith. That's her fourth. Louisville today 60% from the free throw line. Van Lith gets them both. McPherson almost lost it. Driving to the basket, and it's a blocking foul on Nyla Harris. Fourth on Harris.
Now can North Carolina continue to attack and make enough free throws? They make this. Courtney Bankhart not going to burn her timeout to talk about, but you got to think about bringing full court pressure. Otherwise, Louisville can just walk the ball down the floor.
Are you fouling yet if you're North Carolina?
Not yet. Depending on what happens here with these free throws.
There's one.
But still, she make this next one. Oh, it's 3-possession game.
You let Louisville go?
Now I would think you got to bring it. You got to bring some heat and pressure. You can't let them use the full 30 seconds.
1 minute left in the game.
You got to try to get a steal.
And now Deja Kelly fouls.
Yeah, it's too late in the shot clock. If you're going to do it early.
Poole's going to check back in and replace McPherson. Haley Van Lith back at the free throw line. Van Lith, an 89% free throw shooter.
And see who North Carolina needs to look to foul is Harris. Harris shoots 52% from the free throw line. You got Harris at 52. Everybody else has shot it pretty well.
Poole got down there by herself. Courtney Bankhart calls her final timeout. So North Carolina out of timeouts after the bucket by Anya Poole. Look, North Carolina has never beaten Louisville here at Louisville, but that 8-game winning streak for the Tar Heels, it's in trouble right now with just 44.4 seconds left.
And so Courtney Bankhart calls this timeout to really talk about the plays down the stretch for this next 44 seconds. So after you've just scored, she's got to be putting on some full court pressure. And because Jeff Walsh doesn't have any timeout, so he can't advance the ball. He's got to bring the length of the court. So now with having that really advantage for North Carolina to bring full court pressure, now you've got to go for the steal or you've got to foul right away because you've got to chip away and create as many possessions as possible.
And lengthened the game with just 44.4 seconds left. Louisville, they only scored 8 points in that second quarter. Came out in the third quarter. Their defense started setting the tone. Their offense followed. They scored 25 points. And again, this game really important for Louisville, trying to add to that tournament resume.
Well, especially getting a win of a top-net team. Also, coming off the win at Syracuse, they're coming back and then protecting home court, really establishing. This change in the lineup could be beneficial for Louisville to make the turn.
There's the full court pressure from North Carolina. Again, neither team with a timeout. Any foul, we're shooting.
Well, and now North Carolina needs to. And Courtney Banghart is saying, no, don't foul.
And Van Lith threw it into the front row.
And this is the thing both these coaches do is work on situations. Jeff Walz has no timeouts. And you see Mikasa Robinson instructing, giving direction. And the thing Louisville doesn't want to do is stop the clock. Just give up a 2.
Asia Kelly fires the 3. And Louisville can just hold the rebound. A battle at home. And the Louisville Cardinals get the upset on this Sunday. North Carolina, the win streak is over. Louisville with a win, 62-55, their second-ranked win of the season. 2 players with 17 points, Van Lith and Carr, and Louisville a big win when it comes to the postseason. Let's get you over to College Station. Eric Freed on the call for LSU and Texas A&M.